The drain plugs are something that are vital, and I definitely recommend that you keep them in because number one, uh, they let they will allow a tremendous amount of heat into the vehicle. And what I mean by that is the exhaust, and then the engine is sitting right up front there. Now, the engine itself, by itself, alone, without any help, creates a tremendous amount of heat, and that heat kind of almost like funnels right away from the vehicle underneath the fenders. So what you will find is that tremendous amount of heat will now be blowing into these drain holes, right? Also, the exhaust is running beneath the vehicle as well, in close proximity to these drain plugs. So you have a lot of heat that's being generated and then entering your cabin. And here we are in the summer months. I mean, who needs extra heat dumped into the vehicle on a hot summer day? I don't think anyone does, do they? So uh, these are the reasons why I do not recommend you to pull your drain plugs like a lot of people recommend, because it will not solve your leaking issue. Okay, it will be a way to kind of not have your carpets get wet. Okay, and then if people say pull your carpets, well, if you pull your carpets, you'll still have a puddle, and that eventually, and I don't want to like make this a big thing about the puddle, it will eventually lead to rust. It won't do it the first day, the first month, or perhaps the first year, but eventually water wears down, and you'll have that Fred Flintstone type of situation going on here. So these are the two reasons I recommend do not pull your drain plugs like most people say, because you'll let a tremendous amount of heat in, and number two, you will not be solving the issue that is ultimately going on. Now, if you do want to solve the issue and you do not want to pull your drain plugs, and you do like to ride around with or without carpet, either way, it doesn't matter, then you're just going to want to do something very simple, and that is apply a body side seal around the entire perimeter of your Wrangler. Now, fun fact, Jeep Wranglers have never, I mean ever, come with a body side gasket that keeps water out just like every other vehicle on the road today. And here's what I mean. Here on the door side, every Wrangler does have this piece of rubber that goes continuously around the perimeter. Now, if, I know, play along with me here. If the light bulb ever went off in Jeep's head to put a body side seal around the body, then we will not be having this conversation right now. But that light bulb, again, has never gone off in their head, and I don't think it ever will, because I get calls from people with 2025s, 2024s, 2023s, 2007s, 2016s. I mean, the whole lineup, right? Well, JK to JL. I also get calls from people with earlier versions, but most of those people don't care because this is like a kick around car. Doesn't even have a top on half the year anyway. But if you do care about this vehicle being wet inside on a Monday morning, and you do not want to pull your drain plugs, or you do not want to pull the carpet, or even if you do want to pull the carpet, uh, I do not advise that you keep these open. The other thing about keeping these open is that rodents will find their way into your vehicle and begin nesting. Yes, that is a thing. You can read about it on forums and things like that. You leave a hole open for anything, mice especially, they will crawl. Spiders, they will crawl. Insects will crawl into your vehicle. And why? Yeah, that's not a thing. So, yeah, there you have it, guys. There's a few reasons why I will not recommend pulling these drain plugs. If you want to see an entire video about where these drain plugs are, I think maybe I'll shoot it right now just to give you an idea of all of the locations of these drain plugs. So this way you can make sure that yours are in and not pulled. And that will solve a lot of your issues in terms of the heat. The other thing was when I first bought this vehicle, I knew about this, and these drain plugs were pulled galore all over the place. And to be honest with you, I was starting to feel like a little lightheaded. Maybe that's because we were breathing in, engine fumes and exhaust fumes. Perhaps that would have been the issue. So, guys, there you have it. This is the reason I say do not pull your drain plugs, because the juice literally is not worth the squeeze. For me.